cutting two. Yeah, this corner of the week, then topic one. Might as well dive right up in the topic two. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rain's on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tell I see Cam doing big things. For the people, yeah, the promise be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. End time news out to the missiles. In front of you. From the letters of Paul, come give us a call. Heard you wanna stop, then we cutting two. Yeah, this corner of the week, then topic one. Might as well dive right up in the topic two. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rain's on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tell I see Cam doing big things. For the people, yeah, the promise be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. End time news out to the missiles.
Riders on the wall.
front of you. From the letters of Paul, come give us a call. Heard you wanna scoff, then we cutting too. Did it corner of the week, then topic one. Might as well dive right up in topic two. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rain's on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tallahassee Camp doing big things. For the people, yeah, the promise be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. In time news out to the missiles. Too. Yeah, this corner of the week, then topic one. Might as well dive right up in topic two. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rain's on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tallahassee Camp doing big things. For the people, yeah, the promise be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. In time news out to the missiles.
Raya, you the GOAT, boy.
Hey, shalom, shalom, family, most high in Christ, bless. This is Israel United in Christ, and this is the Writings on the Wall radio show. To my right.
Shalom, shalom, family, Officer Obadiah.
Shalom, Israel, Officer Elijah. This is your place for end time news.
Wait a second. Where's everybody at?
Right.
We only got 2 tonight, man.
Right.
But that's all right. That's all right. Hey, but all praise to the Most High, man. We back with another show. As always, there's a lot going on, and we do our best to cover it right here on the Writings on the Wall.
That's right.
And like Officer Elijah always says, your place for end times news. Hey, you look nervous. You look really nervous when I said as Officer Elijah always. He's like, oh, damn. What can I finna say this time?
Come on.
But no, man, all praise to be back, man. All praise to the Father. What's been going on in the week, brethren?
Hey, starting off, Bishop had a great shout out Tuesday class where he was
praise.
talking about the elite agenda and Andrew Tate, showing like how they going at Andrew Tate and why they going at Andrew Tate. He broke it down to a science. So a great job to the Bishop on enlightening us on the agenda of the elite.
Did you just do an after applause?
Yes, I did.
After?
did.
Okay, we'll hit you with another one.
All praise.
All praise. Yeah, man. All praise to the Father. I know myself. I had the opportunity to go visit the Bishop out in Texas.
All praise.
So all praise for that thing right there. Good times. Hey, man. You know, Texas is known for what they call barbecue, right?
Barbecue.
Right.
All right. Hey, share the picture with the people.
Man, that looks good.
You seen the picture already? The hell wrong with Obadiah? I'm like, wait a second. Are you ahead? Am I behind? I was like, I didn't even see the picture. IT, man, pull up the picture, man. I put it in topics. Yeah, man, that's hey, I didn't eat all of this by myself.
It looks good.
Wow.
I did not eat all this by myself. All right. So this was me and another captain. All right, we ate that.
Which remain nameless.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put him out there like that. But I had to go see it for myself because I do a little something on the grill. It was all right, but I can't be eating like that too often. That's like too much red meat ain't good for you. But it was straight. I had to check it out while I was there. But yeah, man, all praises. We'll be back. We got a action-packed show for you today.
That's right.
Just so we don't skip over, I'm gonna hit the weather report, but I ain't spending too much time on the weather report today.
We got too much.
We got too much.
Right.
We got too much. All right. So play the clip, IT. We get into the weather report.
Weather report. Flooding in Siberia.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hey, somebody press the restart button on the reader, please.
Yes.
Reprogram him.
Reset.
Okay. All right. He's good? All right. Go ahead, reader.
Weather report. Flooding in Serbia.
Flooding in Serbia. Let's see this thing right here. Is that hail? Is that hail on top of that right there? Look like it's snowing or hailing as well.
Like a whole building running down the river.
Yeah, man. All right, so we got some flooding popping off over in Serbia. Just to give y'all a little, inkling of what's going on in the world. It's actually a lot, but we're going to touch it minimal today since we have so much to go over. What else we got? I believe there's an earthquake again in Cali, right? Another part of Cali. Pull that up for us, weather team. What else we got going on? 4.2 magnitude earthquake. Read that for me, please.
4.2 magnitude earthquake strikes near Malibu, California.
Mm-hmm. Read that.
A 4.2 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of Malibu, California at about 2 a.m. on Wednesday, U.S. Geological Survey officials said. Good morning, Southern California. Did you feel the magnitude 4.2 earthquake about 10 miles south of Malibu Beach at 2:03 a.m.? The shake alert system was activated.
There must be a lot of sin going on over there in California, Cal.
Yeah,
they getting
man.
hell right now.
Yeah, man. Holly Weird. We went over that. Officer David wanted to bring out Bill Cosby. I remember that a few weeks ago. But yeah, man, they be doing all types of hey, you know what's crazy? Type in, hey, this is when I used to be a conspiracy theorist, so don't judge me. But this is true. This is a real thing. Type in Bohemian Grove. People out there, they're like, hey, Cap, I know about that. They say, I know about it too. But this is where, like, a lot of the elites, they be going over there, sacrificing to a big owl and all of this stuff like that. So type that in, Bohemian Grove. Y'all got it, IT? All right, pull that thing up real quick, man. Bohemian Grove, read that.
Bohemian Grove is a restricted 2,700-acre campground at 20601 Bohemian Avenue in Monterey, California.
Hey, the reason why it's restricted because it's said that they be going over there doing sacrifices and all types of wickedness over there. Mm-hmm. Hey, go to images. Go to pull up on images on Google. Now, it's funny you said that thing right there, officer. Because, yeah, California been on the weather report for the last month or so.
Right.
Yeah, man. All right. Bohemian Grove. Go to the far right. Click that.
And you know what's funny about that too, Cap? Majority of both tribes.
Blow it up, please.
You find in those areas.
You say what now?
Majority of both tribes, like both kingdom, I meant to say. Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, you find a lot in Cali.
In Bohemian Grove?
No, California.
Oh, okay. All right, go back. See, now he mad at me. He mad at me.
No.
He's mad.
Why?
Levi's mad again. All right, the owl, the wooden owl. Now, go to the other picture. It was like on fire or something like that. Right there. Yes. Click that, please. Click that. All right. Y'all can do your own little research or whatever on it, but notice it's the owl, it's lit up, and those are people around it. So remember, it said it's a restricted grove out in Cali. Folklore, word on the street is that they be doing a bunch of strange rites and ceremonies. Actually, let's go to that. Was that Wisdom of Solomon 14, ain't it?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get that real quick. All right, so it's not a coincidence that Cali's on. Wait, Cali be on fire, earthquakes, flooding, everything over there.
Fire. Oh, yeah, you said that already.
Oh, okay. Do we have a Pootie Tang soundbite?
I already said you said it already.
Oh, okay. So you recovered.
Yes.
Okay, you recovered. Okay. Repentance granted. All right. Give me verse 23. Watch this, y'all.
The Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 23. For which they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites. Right,
of strange rites, going into those ceremonies, like you saw in the picture right there. So obviously, it's not a conspiracy there. It's the book. There's a book right there that shows it, and it'd be a lot of the politicians that be out there. It'd be a lot of the elites that attend this particular grove. All right, so yeah, man, the Most High is definitely sending judgment on our enemies for the wickedness that they've been doing. All right, so I think, what's that? Okay. All right, IT. All right, I guess, is that a new sound effect? What is that? All right. We good. We back. Hey, do me a favor, though. I want to get into today's, the meat of today. We're going to spend a little bit longer on Corner of the Week, longer than usual.
Right.
Longer than usual because there's some stuff that we got to hash out. Okay, but let's get into the Corner of the Week, y'all. Play the clip.
Larsa Pippen stuns in a black bikini before going public with Michael Jordan's son.
With Michael Jordan's son.
What the hell is this?
With Michael Jordan's son. So this is Larsa Pippen, the wife of former NBA player Scottie Pippen for the Chicago Bulls, was the Houston Rockets, and Portland Trail Blazers. All right, as y'all know, he was a part of the dynasty with Michael Jordan back in the 90s.
Right.
And they had that documentary that came out on Netflix, The Last Dance, not too far ago. So we see Larsa Pippen is the ex-wife of Scottie Pippen, now dating the son of you. Everybody knows this. This is Scottie's rival, even though they were teammates.
Right.
But you know there's tension between Scottie and Michael.
This don't make
So
one bit
this
sense
is
to me.
a low blow right there.
Right.
Not only is you shown, this is what we used to say back in the day. You out there shoning, all right? You shoning out there, but you're doing it with not Michael. That's one thing, all right. But the son of Michael, bro.
Right.
That's
on
next
now,
level
dawg.
disrespect. What you got on that, officer?
It's crazy, Cap, because that's like another level of like you just said, another level of disrespect. That's whoredom to another level. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, they bled together. They actually were like brothers. Yeah, you know what I'm
They
saying?
bled together.
Yeah, because they played many games where both of them was injured.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You bringing it out.
So for her to do that, it kind of showing who she is. That's
Belongs to the street.
she belongs to the street. It ain't no other way to say it. Like, let me get Ciroc 25 just so God can see. Because think about this. You wouldn't even know who she was if Scottie Pippen didn't pick her up and make her somebody. You get what I'm saying? He made you somebody, and the imagery that you left on y'all kids ain't nothing glorious about that. You're showing your kids it's okay to be a whore. Your mama was a whore, is a whore, still is a whore.
What is wrong?
Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 19.
2.
Verse 2. 3 sorts of men my soul hateth,
This is God talking about the men, but you know it falls into the women as well. Read.
and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that doteth.
She isn't an adulterer, and she's an old adulterer. Ain't nothing worse than adulterer than being an old adulterer, the worst type.
Hey.
They call them cougars or whatever you call them.
Yeah, MILFs, Cougars,
Right.
all of that. Hey, go back to the article because it says an old adulterer that doteth. So scroll down for me, please. Doteth is, she ain't ashamed about it. She's,
Right.
Keep scrolling, please. I need some pictures. All right, so look at that. She is, for example, she was born, actually pull her wiki up, please. Pull her wiki. Yeah. She was born July 6, 1974. So she's 48 years old. She is not young. She's 2 years away from age 50. She's not
Right.
young. All right, so yes, you is an old shone or old adulterer, Larsa Pippen. All right, but she's not ashamed of it. That's what it's talking about in the scripture that the officer bring out. An old adulterer that doteth about it. Meaning when she's bragging out there showing her old body. And the bad thing about it, go to, is Marcus Jordan, right? That's his name. Marcus Jordan, the son of Michael.
Right.
Born December 24th, 1990, age 32. So as you can see, it's honestly, I don't know what happened between her and Scotty, but she's trying to shame that man. There has to be something that transpired between those two. But check this out. Give me Tobit 4. All right. In my research, I ain't gonna lie, I never researched it because I always thought she was Northern Kingdom. I did think that sister is not our people. Oh. Yeah, man. So it makes sense, but it's still a very low blow. Right. Very, very low blow. Tobit 4 and 12. Then I want you to pull up Larsa Pippen's wiki. Okay. Read that for me, please.
The book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 12.
Go ahead.
Beware of all whoredom, my son.
Right. The scriptures say, beware. All right, IT, we see you. Read the verse again. I don't know. I guess they hyped today. They know we finna go in today, I guess. That's what it is, man.
Right.
Read it again, please.
Beware of all whoredom, my son.
Go ahead.
And chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father.
Right. It says chiefly, meaning what? Hold your own people to high esteem. It says chiefly take a wife of what?
The seed of thy fathers.
Watch this.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
And take not a strange woman to wife. And take not a strange woman to wife. Now go to Larsa Pippen's Wikipedia real quick. All right, Scotty, this is where you went wrong right here. Larsa Marie Pippen. Hey, it's crazy, though. She could at least went to the court and changed her name back.
Right.
Come on now, dog.
So she got the last name Pippen and is, doing the dude with the son of Michael Jordan, man. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. But go back to the wiki. Want to read something? Scroll down. Early life. Read that, please.
Early life and education. Pippen was born on July 6, 1974, to Assyrian parents. Her mother is from Lebanon, and her father is from Syria. She was raised in Chicago, Illinois.
There you go. There you go right there. Mother and father are Syrians. You see that thing right there? So she's showing who she truly is. She's a strange woman. You have something on that, officer?
Yes, sir. It's to show you on both sides. Not only she dragged his name to the ground, and the other side now, Jordan show you that he showed no respect for his former teammate.
Well,
Right?
I say this. Scotty, he's been running his mouth in the media. So, Michael, this ain't got nothing to do with Michael. It's put up the kids. This is how I see it. Before I get back to you, officer, this is how I see it. Marcus, which is the son of Michael, he's right there to the left, I believe. Yeah, the left. He's the younger one, okay? He's the son of Michael Jordan, as you know, won 6 championships with the Chicago Bulls. Greatest player to ever play the game, right? So I don't take this as a, you know what? I think I'm wrong. I think he's that one right there, the smaller one. It's one of them. Just know that it's one of them children right there, right? So he's 32 years old. But, back in the pregame, they used to go to each other's houses. So you mean to tell me you in this man's house, you over here shooting jumpers with Scottie Pippen, and then you're going to grow up to sleep with his wife? Damn. This is a different generation.
Right.
Give me that one. I believe it's Matthew the 24th chapter when it says iniquity shall abound. Right. Don't get it twisted. All of us, we didn't grow up in the truth, but there are limitations and there are boundaries that you don't cross. Right. There's certain things that you do not cross. But this brother is obviously, like they said on Chappelle's show, he's a habitual line stepper.
Right.
He's a habitual line stepper.
That's right.
Bruh, that's how you catch a beat down right there.
Right.
You understand? That's some disrespectful stuff. You got what I want?
Yes, sir.
Read that for me, please.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12.
Watch this.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Right. We used to have a code of ethics. Even in, wickedness, there was some type of code. That's something that you don't do.
Right.
All right. But he's obviously crossed that. But go ahead, officer. I know you were saying something.
All praises, Cap. You cover exactly what I wanted to say about him. He should have teach his son when it comes to dealing with, because those are things that fathers should pass down to children in reference of to have respect for yourself. Because in a way, he disrespect himself for you to go and deal with a woman that could be your mother. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of embarrassing. And then on top of it, you bring shame to your community, because that also making us look bad as a people. When you see how we have a woman who is in her 40s going 50 and trying to sleep with a young, I'm not saying anything wrong with it if it were to be a regular brother that he met in the streets, but this is not regular. You know what I'm saying? So Lord's will.
So you're saying it's all right to sleep with men's wives as long as you don't know person?
No.
They divorced. I'm saying.
I was like, what are you saying right now? You gonna clear it up?
Let me clear it up.
All right, clear it up.
I'm saying if it were to be a random brother
that was married,
a random brother that dealing with the woman not being married, even though she divorced, I'm saying.
Oh,
that would not have been a big deal.
I'm confused.
Even though he's 32. I'm talking about the age-wise.
I'm still confused. I don't want to say yay or nay because I might be agreeing to something wrong. But to add on that, hey, I forgot all about it, bro. Marcus, like Officer Obadiah was bringing out about the example. Look at what Michael did, man. Michael left, what was his first wife? I forget his wife's first name. But he left his first wife, and now he's married to Esau. He's married to Esau. So showing you,
bad example.
Exactly, horrible example, like father, like son. He could shoot the hell out of a basketball. He could jump. He could do all of that. But as a man, a role model according to the scriptures, absolutely not.
Right.
And as you can see, the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
That's right.
All right. So, Marcus, that's a low blow right there, bro. And you know what? Marcus may be trying to get back at him for Scotty throwing shots at his father.
Right.
You never know, man. But I tell you this ain't the way to do it, man.
Right, like you say, Cap, there's lines that shouldn't be crossed, and that's one of them lines. You don't touch a man's family because he got kids from this lady.
Exactly.
So
you
their
know that's
kids
right.
Hey,
are going to be affected by that.
put up Scotty's picture.
That's true.
As officers going over that. Put up Scotty. Look at that. Look at that right there, man. Go ahead, officer.
Family.
Yeah, that's where you don't cross the line, because even beyond getting at Scotty, you can get at Scotty many different ways, but don't mess with the man's family. Basically, they put his ex-wife out to be, well, I don't know if they divorced or not yet, but they put her out to be a whore. Now she's a whore being paraded around when she's supposed to be like, if she going by the Bible say the older woman should teach the younger woman. That's the position she should be trying to play, but right now she's.
But she ain't. Remember, she's a heathen.
Right.
She's actually doing what she's supposed to do.
You're right, Cap.
Okay.
You're right.
She's actually doing what she's supposed to do. But Scotty, Lord's will, Scotty get his mind right and realize, I shouldn't have married her. Lord's will, Scotty find his truth. I'm worried about Scotty. Man. He's saying some crazy stuff.
Taking a lot of L's.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of L's. I read in some recent article he say he didn't have the clutch gene because he played with a teammate that took it from him. I'm like, Scotty, you got to let this stuff go, bro.
Right.
This was in the 90s, bro. It's 2023. World War III is on the brink. Scotty, stop. You're too old for that, bro. You're too old for that. So let's send a prayers for Scotty. Lord's will get his mind right. I know he's Israel at least. So let's send a prayers for our brother Scotty. But hey, let's go to the next. One, man. Next clip in Coon of the Week.
And hi again, everyone, with Mark Jackson, Mike Breen on hand. We'll check in with Malika in just a moment. Never a dull moment in the NBA, because after the buzzer sounded, there was a little bit of an incident here courtside at the Crypto.com arena. Dylan Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharp, Hall of Famer and broadcast.
And you see Steven Adams comes over to protect his guy along with the supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharp still talking, and T. Morant, John Morant's dad, comes over. Had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant, and he said, my blood pressure didn't go up a bit.
Hey, I want to say something. When I first saw this, I was like, first and foremost, Shannon Sharp is 48, 49 years old.
Come on now, dog.
All right. He has a good job, quote unquote, a successful black male here in America. But, you go on live TV, talking back and forth with an NBA player while he's working, right? Why you even think about it? Why he's working, and then you're about to come to fisticuffs with somebody who looks like you. Right. So when I seen that, I was like, you know what, Shannon, I had mixed emotions about Shannon, right? Sometimes Shannon say some good stuff. Then sometimes be like, nah, you cooning, Shannon. But now I don't have mixed emotions about Shannon anymore. It's clear because he ain't do that to Skip.
Right. Bring it out.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He ain't come at Skip like that at all. And Skip, remember the insensitive post that Skip Bayless made about the brother DeMar Hamlin when he was laying lifeless on the field.
Right.
He said, Shannon said, and I hope you take it down, Skip. Skip said, no, I'm not taking it down. And I stand on what I said.
Right.
He didn't try to come over the table and hit Skip with a two-piece.
Right.
He sat there and said, just keep going. Let's just keep going. But you'll go to your brother's profession where he's trying to work. You go to your brother's profession where he's trying to work and you ready to go to blows with him and John Morant's father?
Right.
What the hell is this?
And that's showing his mindset, Cap. That's a clear indication of that's internal hatred for your people.
Right.
When they can go to blows, and that happens every day amongst our community.
Mm-hmm.
We'll fight each other over somebody stepping on our shoes. But when we see racism right in our face, we don't say nothing about it. We see it happen in every aspect of life we live in. Like when you go to Walmart, you see racism. When you go anywhere, you see racism, you don't do anything about it. You see it in the police, but we'll kill each other. Police come, one policeman run 16 brothers off the block. But amongst each other, we pull out the gun and willing to go to prison forever about that against each other.
And you know what's true about what you just said. When you look, a lot of time that's like not only self-hatred, also hate for your own people. Like y'all bringing out. Think about like what Cap just said in reference of how you go at the man job to create something. When he was supposed to be be mad at Esau, he suck it up. He's like, you know what?
Right.
I'm at work.
He can control his emotions then.
Right.
He could be on task. Oh, I got to be professional. I gotta act a point because this is my profession.
Right.
But you're gonna take yourself to this man's profession and act a fool, ready to fight this brother.
Right. And to add on to that, it's the same thing you find in the community, like you were trying to allude to. When you think of a brother step on your shoes, like you mentioned, I'm ready to blow his brain out. You wear the wrong color in my neighborhood, I'm ready to kill you. I don't care what you stand for. Now, let it be the enemy. You go like, can we just turn the other cheek?
Exactly.
Right.
Like when that was that guy mother that died, and he say, I still love him. I pray that I forgive him. But if he was your own brother, you would have said, hey, let's collect all our cousins to go and shoot him down.
Right.
And that's why we're in the situation we're in. Give me that one about the Job 32, about the age man, how he should behave.
Bring it
Because this is embarrassing, to be honest with you, man. You're too old, you're too big, you're too black to be going out there acting a fool like that, Shannon Sharp. Hey, and we about to get into it with this situation with Ed Reed as well shortly. You know, he has some choice words for Ed Reed as well. But just showing you, you know, what I'm realizing about Shannon Sharp, man, he is, I can't say he's on the level of Stephen A. I can't say he's on the level of Stephen A just yet. But if he keeps it up, if he keeps working for ESPN, he's going to be there.
That's true.
He's going to be there soon.
Stephen
all right?
A got his own platform.
Yeah. He at the top, man.
Yeah,
Cool.
super cool.
Read that, verse 9. That's what the one I want, 32 and 9. Read that.
The book of Job, chapter 32 and verse 9.
Come on.
Great men are not always wise.
Right, it says great man. This is going into age. Okay, read verse 7 to show you that.
Verse 7.
Come on.
I said, days should speak.
Right, God is going to speak, all right? The Ancient of Days is going to speak. Go ahead.
And multitude of years should teach wisdom.
Right. So, you know, the longer you on this earth, all right, the older you are when you go through your trials, like it's saying, it was at Romans 5, talks about, you know, your experiences, work patience. You should learn and develop things and learn what to do and what not to do.
Right.
But most importantly, it should be the wisdom of this Bible. It tells you how to constrain yourself.
Right.
Okay? Give me the,
Read your Bible.
what's that, 25, Proverbs 25, last verse, about, you know, when you lose your cool. When you lose your cool. Give me that, 25, 28. Read that for me, please.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 25 and verse 28.
Come on.
He that have no rule over his own spirit.
We got a call? Yeah, we'll take a quick call. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question or your comment?
Shalom, Captain's family. Jason from the Pittsburgh camp.
Hey, Shalom, my brother. What's your question or your comment? Thank you for calling in today.
Okay, I had one quick comment. I know it was kind of late. It took me a while, but wanted to comment on Michael Jordan's wife, man, because I used to think that too. So I searched her, but actually she's Manasseh. She's not an Edomite.
Oh, really? Oh, Michael Jordan's wife? She's Manasseh? Oh, okay. Hey, all praise to the Most High. But he still cheated on his wife, though. Lord's will you repent. Hey, but hey, that is Lord's will, you know, if he get his mind right. You know, says not many mighty, so you never know. But all praises to the Most High, because I could have known that was an Edomite right there.
Yeah, me too, Captain. But she's still he's still wicked as hell, but still, you know.
Yeah, man. Right. Nah, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate it. So, yeah, IT, y'all got that. So, Michael Jordan's new wife, she is from the tribe of Manasseh. Okay, all praise. All praise. Thank you, my brother.
Okay, shalom, Cap. Most High Christ.
Hey, Most High Christ bless you.
Shalom.
All right, read that script real quick for us.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 25 and verse 28. He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down.
Come on.
And without walls.
And without walls. That's what he looked like out there on the court, having all of those people around him. It's like, come on, bro. That's not.
Come on
What
now,
what type of example are you showing to the youth?
Right.
You understand? They don't think about those things. All right. Go
Think
ahead.
about this, Cap. His whole job is to comment on everybody else's performance. He got to give criticism on everybody else, but he
Exactly.
can't take it himself when he go out there. Yeah, that's coon. You're a coon. Check yourself, brother.
He is cool. Hey, but yeah, we finna get into it. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna spend a little bit of time on this particular topic. This has been something pretty hot that's been going on in the media, in the news, on YouTube or whatever this week. The situation between the HBCU, Bethune-Cookman University, which is an historical black college and university, versus Ed Reed, former Hall of Fame player, former Super Bowl champion, national champion at his years at the University of Miami, okay? So long story short, Ed Reed was announced the head coach probably a few weeks ago, and he started working at Bethune-Cookman, located in Daytona Beach, Florida, and he was working before the contract was signed officially. But once you announce a head coach, that's going to be your head coach.
Right.
But when he got there, Ed discovered some things, that he did not like, and he was very vocal about it. I'm not here to, actually I am here. I say whatever I want to say.
That's
I
right.
don't care. I say whatever I want to say.
Bring it out.
So Ed went about it a certain way that a lot of people may not like. It's either you like it or you hate it. But at the end of the day, they decided to announce him as the head coach. He got there, saw the way administration was running things. He wasn't happy with it. Got on Instagram Live, and somebody, of course, screen recorded it, put it out there, circulated, and then he lost his job. All right. So here's the current situation. We got a lot of videos, and to be honest with y'all, hey, for those out there listening, call in. We want to hear your take. We want to hear what you think about the situation. Like I said, we're going to spend a little bit of time today, which is a little different for us here on Writings on the Wall. But I wanted to touch this thing, so we going to go over it today.
Right.
So, hey, play the first video, please. The current situation that's happening at the university. Play that for me, please.
Hundreds of students held a protest on the campus of Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona Beach today. Those students are upset that the university ended contract negotiations with prospective head football coach and former NFL great Ed Reed.
As West 2's Claire Metz reports, they think it's retaliation for comments that Reed recently made on social media the students believe are the truth.
Hundreds of Bethune-Cookman University students sent a message to the administration, to the board, to anyone who would listen with a peaceful but vocal campus protest.
We voice concerns, we send emails all the time, no responses, so this is what it has come to.
It came to that after the university broke off negotiations with prospective head football coach Ed Reed. Reed had recently taken to social media, often using profanity to criticize physical conditions here at BCU, even claiming his office wasn't clean. Reed later apologized, but the university decided this weekend to reopen their search. While students are petitioning to bring Reed back, they say it's time they speak out too.
We have a voice.
BCU student Tyrone Franklin Jr. is a quarterback on the football team. Disappointed the university dropped Ed Reed.
I think him showing that what we're going through as a student body should be shown. Many people has been saying this for a long time.
Students shared pictures of what they say are some campus concerns.
So stop. That's mildew mold on the doors of dorm rooms.
Right.
Now, y'all be like,
Lord
damn,
have
Cat,
mercy.
why are you going in so much on this one? Hey, I used to attend Bethune-Cookman my freshman and sophomore year of college, when it became a university in 07. The reason why I want to spend time on this is because this stuff is true, bro.
Facts.
This is not something new.
Wait a minute.
This is not new like 2023 new. No, I was there back in 07. Don't be counting. Don't be trying to figure out how old I am either, all right? I was there. Just know I was there, and I was there years before that. Doesn't matter. But I'm just letting you know this is not a new issue as if, the admin is trying to paint. That's a lie. That's a lie. So we're gonna break this thing down today, but go back to those conditions, man. So the reason why we're touching this is HBCU, man. We got to do better.
Right.
We have to do better. Now, a lot of people, they will argue and say, well, we don't have enough money. That's not the case.
Right.
That's not the case. And we're going to show y'all that today. We're going to show you the truth. And this is why I believe, don't get it twisted, don't get it twisted. When you get a coaching job, of course, you're going to be told. You may even have a campus visit to see the facilities, boom, 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 boom. So you're going to see and have a slight idea what you're getting yourself into, right? But what I am pretty sure happened is Ed, not only did he get there, for those weeks he was there, but he saw how things was being ran in the admin, and he saw the hypocrisy. That's why I believe he got vocal. Am I saying that was the best way to go about it? Nah, not quite. But at the end of the day, Give me Ecclesiastes 7:7. This is how I see it right here. And mind you, he's not in the truth, things of that nature. So he's acting, how he perceives is the best way to do things. All right, but give me that, Ecclesiastes 7:7, because at the end of the day, if you have a love for your people and you're seeing them in these situations, knowing that it don't gotta be like that,
Right.
something's gonna evoke your spirit, and you're gonna have some passion about that thing. All right? But read this for me, please.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Right, so when you see the state of your people like that, yeah, you can get angry. And some people could take your passion or your anger for, they could take it out of context, out of line. They really don't understand where you're coming from. But go back to that video real quick before we dive into this, man. Watch this.
Broken doors, mold in dorm rooms, even growing on stuffed animals.
The first couple months I was here, I literally was sick because of the mold. My shower makes my skin break out because, they don't really care about the health of their students.
Many here told us Ed Reed spoke the truth about issues at the university, and they showed up.
Oh, we got a call? Yeah, we'll take a call. We'll take a quick call. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question or your comment?
Hey, Shalom, Cap.
Hey, Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. Who am I speaking with?
Brother Joe.
Okay, Shalom, Brother Joe. What's going on, bro?
Jackson, how you guys do, Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this. You said you went there a long time ago, and it's been like that. And you said you went there or something like that, and it been like that. But they said they've been complaining. But is that Sirach?
Yeah, go ahead. What you got? What you got, Brother Joe?
Sirach 13:23.
Yeah, let's read it. Yep, that's you on point. That's it right there, Brother Joe. That's a good scripture right there. Hey, let's read that for him, please.
Cause what do you want?
Sirach 13 and 23. Read that for him, please. Uh-oh.
The book of Sirach, chapter 13 and verse 23.
Come on.
When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
And right, and that's I'm glad you brought that out, Brother Joe, because it's been that since I was there. You understand? I remember nights, like the cafeteria, right? The cafeteria closed at 7. If you don't get in there before 7, you hungry for the rest of the night, bro. You understand? You're a kid on the campus. You ain't got no car. You're broke. You understand? So you close down at 7. Ain't no other place to go. Just know you're going to be hungry until 7 a.m. when breakfast open. That's just how it goes. But when you go to other schools, and go to other HBCUs, it's not like that. I'm just talking about Cookman today because I can relate. And like Joe brung out, Ed Reed having his status like that shined light on it. And the reason I believe they fired him, they don't want people to see what they're really doing with the money. That's what I believe it is. Hey, thank you, Brother Joe, for bringing that out, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I never brought a scripture out on the show before. Not because I ain't know the precept, but just calling and getting more opinion, But yeah, shalom.
Hey, all praise to the Most High, man. Job always call in. That's our brother right there, Brother Job out of Jackson, man. But yeah, going back to this issue. Y'all got anything on this, officers, before we dive into it more?
That was heavy, Cap. Even the point that Job and you brought out, he ain't asking for him some more money or trying to get himself some gain. He's mad at of what he's seeing happen to his people and knowing that they have the amenities to improve the situation, but not. And that happens too common in the black community. So he should have spoke out, and that's what we got to learn how to do as a people. We got to learn how to speak out for each other because that wouldn't happen in the Caucasian schools.
Absolutely not. And officer, do not forget your thought. No. I'm looking at the comments. There's a user online that says it's true. I was there in 1989 to 1992, and it looks the same. Damn. Hey, you are not lying. I went there late last year for their homecoming to teach to hold camp out there.
Right,
bruh. It's the same campus. The only thing that's changed since I've been there is they have new dorms built over where LLC is at.
To make more money.
Yeah, that's it. But that's it. I'm talking about in a long time. in a long time. She's saying from the 80s it still looks the same. She's not lying. My mother went to Bethune, so I used to go up there to Daytona all the time. The campus looks the same. It's showing you they are getting money, but they're mismanaging funds.
Right.
And they want to crucify Ed Reed as they say he has the savior complex. You know what? Our people need saving.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
Our people need, so damn right he got the savior complex because he can't believe what he's seeing because he's not lying. That's why the students protested, because guess what? They're mad because now the Ed Reed gave the students hope.
Right.
You understand? And that's what it is. I want y'all to understand this thing.
Better said.
That's why they're trying to sabotage this truth as well. That's why they got us listed, what, number 2 or number 3? Number 3 on the SPLC, but we ain't never killed nobody. We never caused harm to people.
No.
But you got the Ku Klux Klan number 20. You understand? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Now, you got to think about it. What was that? Hoover. His plan in COINTELPRO was what? To prevent the rise of a black messiah.
Right.
But you know the sickening thing about this? And HBCU is supposed to be for the betterment of our own people.
That's right.
You got the admins that look like us, but when you got a brother that's coming in, hey, we need change now, and this is disgusting. I'm going to tell you about yourself, you part ways. And I'm going to just let y'all know. When it comes to a coach being vocal about the facilities and the program, that's not out of line. Many head coaches and, the bigger programs, they do that all the time.
Right.
They may not have gone, dropped the F-bomb. And once again, they asked him to apologize. He apologized. There's been many circumstances with other bigger schools, that have done that. But I know the truth behind this. They don't want the light to be shined on them. A lot of people going to get fired. That's what it is. Shame. Do me a favor for the sake of time. Let's go to some of Ed Reed's comments real quick. I believe it's the next video, so let's get into this. Watch this, y'all.
We gonna ride through the fence they ain't fixed the fence. We about to ride through this fence. This ain't even football side. This ain't even the football side. And y'all talking about Madden at my Uncle Prime. Y'all mad at Dion, mad at Prime. This shit is every HBCU. This is track, bro. This is track. This is what they practice on.
Hey, I'm going to let y'all know. Now, that track, it's not a track. It's a straightaway. That's a straightaway. That wasn't even there when I was there. You know what the track team used to practice on? They used to practice on the intramural fields. That's for everybody. The track team. They just used to be running on the grass. How are you going to and the crazy thing is they compete. You understand? They compete against other schools, but their facilities is like an elementary school.
Right.
And there's some elementary schools that got better facilities than Bethune-Cookman University, man. It's crazy. But go back to it, man. Go back to it.
Ain't no way, boy. Wait. This is intramural field. You can't practice on this.
I stay in that dorm right there.
These kids got this to work with.
I think I just saw it, Cap. I saw the cutoff.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But look how it's capped. Go ahead, play it. Play the clip.
Yeah, I'm showing it. I'm not even the head coach. Congratulations. Man, I should go my ass home.
That's right.
I said I should. I ain't. It ain't happening. Y'all see these buildings right here? You see these buildings right here? Y'all see these buildings right here? This corner? Y'all see this right here? This here? This shit is abandoned right here. They're hoarding trash in this shit.
Now, do me a favor. Close down. Go to the next video for me, please. So yeah, that's across from the Performing Arts Center, right across the street, the old football facilities. Now, mind you, when you go to other colleges, they have something called a field house, meaning that's where all the equipment is at. That's where all the locker rooms is at, coaches' offices. Bethune don't have a field house. They don't have that.
Damn.
You understand? They have to be bussed like 20 minutes to go practice at the Municipal Stadium in Daytona where all the high school kids play. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's but it's been like this for decades. It's been like this for decades, and nothing has happened. And we're going to get into it. Y'all like, damn, this don't make no sense. I'm going to show you. Play the next one, please.
Are you on there?
So these are those buildings that he just showed. And instead of like doing something with it, this is what we do. This is what we do right here. And I'm gonna let y'all know, pause it real quick. Bruh, you do know Bethune-Cookman is a private institution, right? So like the tuition for you to go, if you don't got like financial aid and scholarships, bro, it's over $20K per semester. Yeah, it's expensive. It's very, very expensive. And you got the faithful that go there. That's, my mama, my daddy went here, so I'm gonna go here, boom, boom, boom. And that's how it go. You understand? Paying all of this money, but it looks the same. Year 10, year 20, year 30, year 40. What you got, officer?
I would say that I can understand, like, even beyond having an anger for his people, they're going to expect him to produce something with giving the little to nothing to produce it with.
Right.
Like, they giving him trash and telling him to make art out of it. No, I understand where he coming from. He should be mad. That's crap that they even asked him to do that. And that comes from not loving your people, just getting money. This is where the Bible says money is the root of all evil. When you get money and you don't use that money for what it's allocated for, that means you're the problem.
Right.
You're causing the problem.
Now, real quick, give me the book of Micah real quick. Give me Micah chapter 3 and verse 1. The reason why we shining the light on this because, they're trying to shame, Ed Reed on ESPN. They're trying to shame him. Bethune-Cookman's trying to shame him. It's like, nah. Only thing I say is he could have toned it down a notch. And then when they told him to apologize, he did apologize. So it's not as if he was just a monster, or what they're trying to paint him as. Right. That's not the case. It's not the case. Read this.
The book of Micah, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Watch this, y'all.
And I said, hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment, who hate the good and love the evil?
You see that? They hate the good and love what?
The evil.
And the evil. And the evil. That's the issue with our people. Instead of doing better when we know we could do better, we want to keep our people in the same situation, man.
Right.
Hey, do me a favor. Go to the next one. Hey, we got a lot of videos on this, so we're gonna have a good time. Then we're gonna get into the rundown. Topic of the day we may not even get to. Just depends. We got a call? All right, we'll take a quick call. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment?
Shalom, it's Sister Judith.
Sister Judith from
Connecticut.
No, that's not my sister right there. By way of Tallahassee, Florida.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Hey, shalom, sis. Good to hear from you. Thank you for calling.
Shalom.
What's your question or your comment, sis?
Most high and grace blessed. So I just wanted to comment on everything you all are going over as far as the HBCUs. I attended an HBCU for a year. It was Tennessee State University.
Okay.
And everything that you all are talking about is just spot on, right on point. It really brought me back. I was like, ooh, I started having flashbacks.
Damn.
Just of living in the dorm rooms, the mold, the infestation of poisonous spiders.
I'm
sick of it. The horrible conditions of just the lifestyle of going to a HBCU. So you go to a HBCU to say, you know what, I want to be around my people.
Right,
I want to,
right.
Experience that environment. And then you go and it's like, where am I? The food is terrible. It's just a really unfortunate experience. And then also just going into Howard. I don't know if you all remember what happened with the Howard University, which is also a private institution, where they were out of housing in 2021.
Right.
So kids were protesting. They were living in tents outside of their dorm rooms because the facilities were so terrible. So it's just really bad. I'm over here like, whoo, this is crazy. It's very, very true, everything you all are touching on. So all praises to the Most High. But that brother, that coach going in, it made me think about the scripture you pulled out where it goes into, you get angry. So, of course, he deserves to be angry. This is his people. They suffering. It's like you go to a HBCU at the university level, and it's really like you going to a high school living in a hood. That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is. Hey, excellent points. Excellent points, sis. I wanted to say this about Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. They tried to paint an image with Coach Prime as if he was wrong for what he did. I want a lot of people out there, if you didn't know, Coach Prime, did y'all know that he gave his salary every year back to the program so they could get stuff built.
Wow.
Do y'all know that? And then behind that, when he took the job to go to Colorado, they tried to say, oh, you turned your back on your people. Wait a second. If it wasn't for Coach Prime, they wouldn't have majority of the stuff that they have.
Right.
You understand? But that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to our people, you can't do anything. You can't do anything right by them.
No.
Hey, do me a favor. Post the number up again, y'all. People trying to call in. I'm getting texts. They saying what's the number. So put the lower keep it up for us. I'm actually going to text somebody right now the number. Let me see here. Go ahead, officers, if y'all have anything. Go ahead.
Hey, to add on what y'all saying, it's true. The problem is our people have that crab in the barrel mentality.
Right.
They want things to remain the way it is, where they pass on their position to family member instead of see what's right for the HBCU. Supposedly, like you stated, it should be something that for the benefit of the blacks, so-called blacks. But yet, we doing things like even the other nation wouldn't do to us.
Right.
The way we treat each other.
Hey, because when we go to their schools, it's A1.
Right.
It's A1 at their school. Like, for example, Prime, his son Shador, Shiloh, they getting red carpet treatment right now from the heathen. So instead of speaking evil about your brother, if you want your brothers to stay, how about you start treating them the way they're supposed to be treated, and we'll stop going to the HBCUs.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, we'll take another call. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question or your comment?
Yes, my name is John. I'm calling from Slidell, Louisiana.
Hey, how you doing, John? What's your question or your comment, bro?
Man, I was calling because I heard a comment. I graduated from Jackson State.
Okay.
And what the problem was, people's not mad at what Dion did. Dion, let me stop right there. First of all, when Dion went on to TV and said he gave his salary, that's because Dion wanted extra stuff for what they budget for, and he was willing to pay for it. But I think the school eventually paid for the items anyway. He wanted extra. So let's get that clear. Second was, I think us in Jackson, it wasn't what he did, is to say that he was called by God. So like you brought, you come up and said, was called by God, we're here to lead our people. And knowing that this is what people graduate to or gravitated to was the issue that they had. It was they never thought that he was going to stay there 3 years. 3 years he was out. They never thought that. They grew about what he said. And like the last call, all HBCUs is like that. As far as they dealing with some type of problem. When I went there back in the 90s, I had to put a wall unit in my window in order to get air in mine. That's something I did because I had one. I went and got one. I deal with the situation. But if you look at it, HBCU is just like the hood of all communities, black communities. Right? So a lot of things that, I got two kids that one go to LSU, one go to Mississippi State. For each program that a black person gets, they get $20 million for one program. We'll probably get $20 million for 20 programs. You can't compete with that. And people do not know that. That's what we're dealing with. So with my problem with Ed Reed, he was going to bring exposure. He could have did it silently, and then we said, look, man, I got you kids on this yard. We got Mo. Who can come and help me?
Right. Hey, but I'm telling you, I went to Cookman, so I know what it is. That's the point you're about to miss. I'm about to drop it. So your experience at Jackson, okay, I'm hearing what you're saying. But I went there, and I know exactly what the issue is. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, my brother, because obviously we brothers. We're not going to argue or go back and forth at each other. But there is some corrupt stuff going on within the admin. Right. For sure. It's without a shadow of a doubt. It's without a shadow of a doubt. And that's what I was saying. I don't believe it was Ed Reed just showing up on campus and like, what is this? Because he knew the situation on the campus. That's why I don't believe that's what it was. I believe he knows that there's mismanagement within the admin who are allowing these things. And I'm going to bring out more articles and more videos to prove that point. That's where I'm coming from, my brother. So I want to make sure we're on the same page with that, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All praise. Thank you for calling in, though. I appreciate your perspective.
All right.
All praise to the Father. Hey, do me, I'm sending y'all some articles real quick. IT. Just get those ready for me. Hey, did we have another caller trying to beep in? They hung up? Okay. Hey, do me a favor. Let's go to the next video, man, for the sake of time. Let's go to the next one. We got about 30 more minutes on this. All right, play that for me, please.
Not pulling out, the Board of Trustees made the decision to move in a new direction. We'll show you later that particular video that he put out. There were a couple of videos before that caused a lot of consternation among HBCU folks and Bethune-Cookman folks because he was highly critical of the university practices there, was complaining about conditions of the university, trash and things along those lines. And when he made the announcement on Saturday that he was not going to be the head football coach, students then, football players, launched a petition that they signed asking that he be returned, be hired as head football coach. Today, there was a rally on campus from students complaining about other conditions at Bethune-Cookman. This is not the first time the university has had controversy. They had significant financial issues, almost lost their accreditation, and many have said that the problem there is its board of trustees.
See, that's the issue right there. That and the alumni, I mean, I didn't graduate there. I attended 2 years. But I don't care. I'm an alumni too. I don't care. So we all saying the same thing.
That's right.
See, like my brother said, yeah, I know HBCUs aren't funded like the Division I schools. I'm not arguing saying that. My argument is the funding that we get, we mismanagement, and I'm gonna just say it, a lot of y'all in there stealing. That's what you're doing.
Yep.
A lot of our people be in those admin positions, stealing, taking the funds from the children.
Right.
That is the issue right there. You had something, officer?
Yes, sir. That's and it's not just this school we're talking about. FAMU is the same thing too,
Right.
And what we fail to understand, what we make it worse for our people to join into those schools, because believe it or not, what he just did could fix that situation for that school. Because like a FAMU, a lot of time you hear, I don't want to go to FAMU because they mess up with your financial aid. Guess what? That's something, where there is a saying, where there is smoke, you got to be fired. You know what I'm saying? So there's a stigma about HBCU always dealing falsely when it comes to money.
Right.
And they dealing wrong. They hold your money. It takes you a while before you get your money. I had that too. Because I went to FAMU. I dealt with the same thing. And then you also have some brothers that even go to FAMU because of that issue.
Oh, like this brother right here?
Right.
Oh, you went to FSU, this guy right here?
I went to FAMU to go to FAMU, but I heard the story about how they was stealing money from underage.
Hey, you ain't lying, though.
I changed my mind immediately and went to Florida State. And at Florida State, I can honestly say they made sure all of their dorms were getting renovated because they understood the importance of kids having a healthy environment and they understood that. They didn't mismanage that money about the kids having the proper books, the proper facilities to study in, the proper places to stay. The little 4 years I was there, I watched at least 6 of them, about 4 of the dorms get renovated from scratch on up. So that was important to them, and that's where our people got to understand.
We got a call?
That's important.
All right, we'll take a call. We'll take another call. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question or your comment?
Hey, shalom, y'all. This is I'm calling to share my insight on this.
Well, who are you? Who is this?
This is OC from Orlando.
We got Captain OC on the show.
Shalom, Cap.
Shalom, Capitan.
Shalom, Cap.
Thank you for calling in, sir.
Cap, I've been watching the show. Is this Sports Center or is this?
This is Writings on the Wall, sir.
Writing
This
on
is
the
not
Wall.
Sports Center.
Lord
have mercy. Okay.
Okay. All right. So, but before we get into Ed Reed, I do want to say, how did Larsa Pippins get Coon of the Week and she's not an Israelite?
No. Larson Pippen. No, it was Marcus Jordan who got Coon of the Week.
Marcus got Coon of the Week.
Yeah, he got Coon of the Week for sleeping with Scotty P's wife. So clear.
Cool.
All
and
praises.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get into it. So
Hey, I'm gonna just let y'all know, Captain OC is the biggest hater in Israel. So if you're not on your P's and Q's, you will get hated on. You got to be ready at all times. All right, see how I defended that?
Lord,
get the hate off you. Get it off you.
Listen, I'm watching the show, so I ain't a hater. But anyway,
There you go. There you
I
go.
want to speak about Ed Reed.
Go ahead,
share
Cap.
my 2 cents.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a little bit about coaching. I got a little background. So as you stated earlier, Cap, when you take a job, you get promised a lot of stuff.
Right.
All right. So Ed was probably promised a lot of stuff. As you know, Cap, from your experience with Cookman, I know being in the circles, they don't have a lot of stuff. So
Right.
he was told he was going to get stuff. When he got there, it wasn't there. Now, second point I want y'all to understand is the last coach was fired, all right? He had a lot of losing seasons. So guess what? When you take over a program that's losing, guess what? It's a lot of stuff that's jacked up.
Right.
So you bring in a new coach, you tell him you're going to do A, B, C, D, all this is going to be changed, and we're going to get things going. And when he got there, that's not what happened. Also, on top of that, when he got there, he probably did some research. I want y'all to pull up that first article from what happened in 2018 pertaining to Cookman and their admin. Because we've been saying it, but this is not something that's like a dirty secret. This is public information of what's going on at Cookman. Let me know when y'all get that on the screen, Cap. I can't really see. I got bad service out here.
No, it's
Just
all
let
good.
me know when it's on the screen.
It's all good. IT, y'all got that, right? Nah, he said Bethune, not Miami. Put up the next one. I don't know what it is about IT. They just start clicking and. Bethune-Cookman confronts questions about future in Wake. Is that it? Is that the one?
Yep, that's
All right,
it. So
perfect.
there you go. Read that. Just read that top line right there.
Read that.
Problems beyond the 306 million dorm. Bethune-Cookman, a historically black university with a proud history, copes with impact of borrowing against its endowment, fighting in court with its alumni, affiliating with the for-profit law school, and inviting Betsy DeVos to speak at commencement.
So when you read throughout this article, there was a lot of shady practices around a $306 million dorm. If you go look at the dorm, that dorm ain't $306 million.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So these things have been going on at Cookman, and it always starts at the top. Go to Isaiah 20, I think it's 29. I want where they're in agreement with Hill. Isaiah
28:15.
8 or 29.
Yeah, 28:15.
Yeah, read that for
Yep.
me. Read that for me real quick.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
So what y'all got to understand about the admin of any college, it ain't just black colleges. White colleges just make so much money, they actually can do what they're supposed to do and still be rich. Black people, we're so dumb, we steal money and we don't take care of the stuff we're supposed to take care of. If the dorms were taken care of, nobody would have a problem. But make no mistake about it, the white people do the same exact stuff. But black people, we just extra greedy. Anyway, Ed Reed got there. Ed Reed's asking for a practice field. They don't have a practice field. Right now, they get bused to Daytona Stadium every day.
Right.
They spend money on charter bus to go practice on a stadium 30 minutes away. They don't have a locker room. They have no locker room. They have no place to eat. They don't have no own cafeteria. They don't have none of those things. Now, show where Ed Reed just left, Cap. I want y'all to understand his mindset, why Ed was so upset when he got to see how his people was doing.
Hey, give
Let
me
me show
the
you
clip.
where he was just employed.
You want the
$100
one, this
million
speech?
facility.
Which one
Yep,
you want?
$100 million facility.
Oh, okay, the one that
$100
Cap
million
sent. Yeah. University of Miami. Pull up that one.
Right. So if y'all don't know, Ed left one of the top facilities, top schools in America. So pretty much he went from Apple to Jenkins Technology Company. That's what happened here. So when he got there to try to help, he's like, "What's going on here?" They pulled it up. Yeah, Cap. I can't.
Yeah, they
see
got it. They got it. Read that.
All right, read that for me.
University of Miami plans $100 million football facility. Groundbreaking, 2023.
So where he just left from, $100 million is being poured into the program. Meanwhile, where he showed up at, they have trash on the floor. He doesn't even have a clean office. So people can understand the difference. When you try to emulate your oppressors, give me Proverbs 3:31, and I'll let you go back. Go to Proverbs 3:31. But when you try to emulate what the white man, you can't do it in this world.
Right.
This ain't our kingdom. This ain't our rest. You will never match what Esau does as far as athletics. Yeah, It won't happen. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
So, at the end of the day, hey, don't envy your oppressor. All right? I do respect the brother for what he did, but he has to do it in righteousness. The scriptures tell you to gather yourselves together, but they were doing it for the wrong cause, and that's why it failed. But Lord's will, we get our minds together and we come together in righteousness to build some things for our own people.
That's right.
Hey, all praise God. Hey, real quick, IT. Hey, I want you to skip ahead a little bit for me real quick. I want you to start with kind of some of the financial woes, and we're going to scale back a little bit. So whoever's doing the articles, scroll through and give me the first one about their financial issues. Okay. Is this the first one? No, it's not. Keep going, y'all. Keep going. Come on. Help me out now. All right, IT, come on. We went over this like a few minutes ago, so I'm expecting y'all to help me out here. All right, so read this real quick.
Bethune-Cookman president Edison Jackson steps down amid financial scandal.
All right, so this was July 12, 2017. Go back to the title. It says that the president steps down because of a financial scandal.
That's a setup.
So think about it. Why you think he stepped down for?
Because he know he was finna be exposed.
He know he's finna be exposed. He said, let me get myself out of here before they start investigating everything. Right. All right, go to the next one. Go to the next one. We just dealing with stuff that's within the last 5 years. Read that at the top.
4 trustees resigned from Bethune-Cookman University board and financial crisis.
Amid financial crisis. So what this is a reoccurring theme. And there's been stuff in the early 2000s, but I'm only dealing with, quote unquote, last 5 years stuff. Go to the next one, please. Go to the next one. Read that.
Bethune-Cookman University addresses fraud allegations.
Scroll down. Read interim president. Read that.
Interim President Hubert Grimes.
Read that again.
University. Go back to the top.
Well, I'm asking you to read it again because IT still ain't fixed the static. I can't hear you.
Bethune-Cookman University addresses fraud allegations.
Come on.
Interim President Hubert Grimes discusses findings from recent audit.
Right. Interim President Hubert Grimes. He was an interim at that time. Now they got another interim president right now. They have another interim president right now. They're just showing you what is going on. We got to do better as a people. Right. Like, for example, I was telling my brother,
and that's right.
Yeah, trust me, I would know that HBCUs don't get the funding. But, bruh, we got to start looking out for our people.
Right.
And remember, like Captain O.C. just brought out, when it comes to judgment, God don't care about what the white man's doing. He cares about what we doing.
Right.
If we gonna do what's right. And that's why that's why our facilities, that's why our colleges, that's why everything we touch is in a predicament that it's in.
Right.
All right, do me a favor, go back to where we was at before. I want to hear from the interim president from Bethune-Cookman University. All right, go back to that video, click play.
Are engaged in a lawsuit with the Board of Trustees. There's a lot of things that are going on there. And so what is the current state of Bethune-Cookman? What is the administration saying about what took place with today's protest? Joining us right now is the interim president of Bethune-Cookman, Dr. Lawrence Drake. Dr. Drake, glad to have you here on Roland Martin Unfiltered. And so there's several things that I want to cover over these next 2 segments. And so let's just walk through this. Ed Reed said he did not want to step down. He was not pulling out. Whose decision was it for him not to become the head coach? Was it you, the interim president, or was it the Board of Trustees?
It was the interim president. It was my decision.
It was your decision?
Yes.
And so why did you make that decision not to move forward with Ed Reed?
So we, as you know, about Sunday, a week ago, well, let me back up. Actually, starting in December, we were working on a contract for naming Ed Reed as the head coach. I interviewed Ed, And I had 3 important things that I asked him to ensure that he was willing to do as part of becoming part of the Wildcat family. One was I needed him to really understand that we were a Christian institution, that behavior and character were clearly our priorities.
Now stop.
And
He's
I
gonna
asked
go
him-
into the rant. Yeah, that's a smoke screen. He said, "Okay, we got you on that, so we rolling with that. Give me the next one that came after that because they asked him to apologize. He did. You know, he can't help that somebody screen recorded and kept sharing. He can't help that. So he apologized. Read that for me.
Ed Reed apologizes for explicit tirade, criticizing Bethune-Cookman University.
And I mentioned it before. Go to the next article, please, because understand this. What he said about the facilities and his request, similar to what Deion said. He said that he wanted more. He just went about it a different way. It's not far-fetched. Just going to one of the white coaches in one of the bigger schools. Read that.
FSU president opens up about facilities. Jimbo.
All right, scroll down. Get to the point for me real quick. Yep, right there.
My view of Jimbo was he wanted to model things after Nick Saban at the SEC in Alabama. Thrasher said Thursday in an interview with the Associated Press. I'm okay with that to a point, but I'm also not going to put Florida State at risk in terms of debt and the responsibility to other programs. Him and I had an understanding about that. They may have at one point, but Fisher has since made it clear there was a disconnect between them.
Scroll down. Go ahead, read that.
He jabbed at his former bosses during his introductory news conference at Texas A&M.
So this coach, he left Florida State. He went to Texas A&M, and he was throwing shots at the admin at FSU. Read.
On December 4th, talking about the lack of progress to build a larger football complex. You can have the greatest coaches in the world, but if your administration doesn't see things the way you see things and allow you to do things that way, nothing can be achieved, Fisher said.
So we got to stop acting like this is the worst thing ever. All right, he apologized. That's what I'm saying. I was like, okay, he said what he said. Would I have went about it like that? Absolutely not. Am I condoning it? Absolutely not. He said it. It is what it is. You announced him as the coach. All right, he apologized. Meaning what? He ain't going to do it no more, right?
Right.
That's not why they fired him. They fired him because there's more to it. Right. Let's go to the next video. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Good old Jimbo. You know he Esau. All right, play that. Run it back from the beginning, please. And Ed Reed, I will say, he got to learn how to control his emotions, though. Right. But I understand. He used to play ball, so you never get checked for your emotions. So that's kind of where he's coming from. But they knew that when they hired him. You understand? But play that.
Playing and what we started doing, young man.
So you got the players in there emotional. Ed is emotional.
And y'all done heard curse words before. And they got parents in here. And no, I don't want to leave. And like I told you, I want all these recruits. But they got some corrupt people in this world, some evil people that don't care about kids like I do.
Stop. See, that's the issue.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's more than just the trash. It's more than, no. Because he got a chance to find out and, rub elbows and really figure out what the issue is. Right. You understand? And he shed light to the point where, guess what? The whole student body is now out there protesting. You understand? He gave them encouragement. He's like, you know what? He right. I've been trying to say this. Go to the next clip. All right, we about to speed this thing up so we can get to the rest of the show. All right, so this is Roland Martin speaking with Ed Reed. I ain't gonna lie, Roland Martin been doing his thing covering this situation with Ed Reed and BCU.
That's
but
right.
Play that clip for me real quick.
All right, folks, you heard from the interim president, Dr. Drake. Now you get to hear directly from Ed Reed, Hall of Famer. Ed, glad to have you on Roland Martin Unfiltered. You got a chance to hear what the president had to say on this show. Your response.
I mean, I honestly, I was honestly at the spa, Roland. And when I turned my phone on, that's when I received your text. I didn't hear everything the president had to say. And he's an interim president. I don't feel like he probably would be the person even that would be here. There's a term that is used, when coaches get fired rather than firing head coaches. I've been around this a good bit, man. I'm a businessman, and he's probably just a scapegoat to things, man. And, I just woke up to this, man. I honestly, just the first time that I was able to relax. I've been in Daytona for 3 straight weeks recruiting kids. I have 3 kids, Dominique Ponder, Jeremy Greaves,
and Jordan Johnson, who are they in school, man.
So what he's saying, he's saying that he recruited these three. In those 3 weeks, he already recruited 3 players. Now they're enrolled at Bethune-Cookman. That's what he's saying right there. Mind you, he's on campus recruiting, doing his job before the contract is finalized. Damn. So he's already brung, he's already starting to do. He's Ed Reed. They're gonna come play for Ed Reed. You understand? So he's already bringing them in,
that's right.
promising them stuff. And go back. He actually spent his own money for the visit. You understand? Play that.
School, because they believed in me. Their parents believed in me, man. There's 30 kids that was here on Friday I was with when I got the phone call that they did not want me here. You understand? And I still gave $2,400 out of my own pocket for these young men to go host these kids. And I didn't tell the parents until Saturday morning, when Reggie Theus sent the letter to my assistant, who was not hired at the time, because none of my people were hired, and saying that tell Ed to withdraw his name. He wanted me to say this. I have the email. You want me to say that I'm withdrawing my name so you can save yourselves. I'm not here for nothing but these kids. I apologize for the unprofessionalism. This is what I've been teaching these young men. What these young men and young women did today is for them, man. That's powerful, man. That's old school things, man. I'm not here to bash this university. I know what Dr. McLeod has built. I've been researching.
All right, so for the
since
sake of time, that's what it is, man. Obviously, you can see he's being the change, but he's not the change that they want.
Right.
You understand? They wanted to go from the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s, 2010s and remain the same. That's what they really want. And, Ed, like I said, man, he went about it a certain way. He apologized for it as they requested. But as you can see, there was other ulterior motives behind that thing. Hey, so, I said I want to spend some time on that thing today. We got to do better as a people. Give me Amos, man. Give me Amos 5. Give me Amos chapter 5, verse 15. We got to do better collectively, all right? And stop doing this to our own people, all right? Read what you got, please.
The book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 15.
Come on.
Hate the evil and love the good.
Right, so we got to flip it. In our repentance, if we want to get back right with the Most High, we got to flip this stuff. Stop the extortion, all right? Stop mismanaging funds. All right, do better as a people. Like I said before, I get that, HBCUs is not funded like the rest. But, hey, do right by these kids. These are our people. Because, Esau is not going, when they get out into the real world, Esau not going to look out for them, man. We got to be able to see each other as our brothers instead of being our enemies, man. We got to stop doing this to one another. Read that again.
Hate the evil and love the good.
Come on.
And establish judgment in the gate.
Uh-huh.
It may be that the Lord God of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph.
Right, and we need the Most High to be gracious and merciful to our people. But, hey, we about to get into the rundown, man. We about to get into the rundown. We got Officer Obadiah with us today. We short-staffed, but I know y'all finna get it in, man. Officer Obadiah, Officer Elijah. All right, play the clip. Let's get into it. What we got today. Read that.
DeSantis bans Black history.
All right, this has been a pretty popular story in the media today. So Governor DeSantis, the governor of Florida, is always in the news, man, for something. But this time for banning Black history being taught in the schools. What's your take on that? I know you're an educator, sir. So what's your take on that thing right there?
Man, that's a direct attack to the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Because they know we use our history a lot, slavery, to show ourselves in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
If they get rid of that, because remember, train those little ones to not know about their history is the perfect way to brainwash the people.
Exactly.
So the other thing that I know I used to do a lot is during, because they give only February really for Black history.
Mm-hmm.
I usually use that every day to teach a different historical content on our people, names that they never heard before, I use that. But now, by doing that, you can get in trouble. You can get in trouble. Him
Wait a
doing that,
minute.
he want to change things.
So wait a second. You say you can get in trouble for what now?
For if you go and start teaching black history, because that make white people uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, but the CTR, the critical race theory,
Right,
CRT,
right,
CRT.
right.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So the intention of that, again, is to stop us from teaching our people who they are, the atrocity of what they went through. And if you don't know, that's another thing. The same thing they did, the French did to the so-called Haitian. They removed the atrocity out of history. They give us the fame. Oh yeah, we won. We beat the French 1804. But when you ask them, well, what are some of the atrocities that you went through, they can't think of anything. So you can't get mad at your oppressor.
How long that's been going on in Haiti?
That's still going on till today. So by taking away history, like not knowing the atrocity, that can affect us here the same way, where you won't really get mad at them because you don't know.
That's why Levi's so prideful. Oh, thank you for that breakdown.
Yeah.
All praise to the Most High. That's an excellent breakdown. Shouts out to Levi, Sevwe, Nabule. All right, so I'm just playing with you, officer.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
but real quick, though, let's get into this, man. Anti-DeSantis rally. Read that.
Stop the black attack. Rally held inside the Florida Capitol in response to AP, African American Studies denial. Tallahassee, Florida. Following the state of Florida's rejection of a new AP, African American Studies course, black elected officials, activists in the community are holding a rally inside on Wednesday, the Florida Capitol building in protest of the decision.
Right, so they're protesting the decision that DeSantis made to cancel the AP African American history curriculum. All right, give me the next one, please. Read that.
Florida to black people. We're not teaching your history.
Go ahead. Now, I ain't gonna lie, there's a curveball to this thing, too. There's a curveball to this, all right? But go ahead, read that.
Of course.
The Florida Department of Education officially launched in 2023 Black History Month student and educator contest with the theme of celebrating the achievements of African American Floridians.
Read on. In
the same breath, they rejected the College Board's AP African American course for high school students.
All right, so this is the big uproar right here. It's so bad they got the high schoolers trying to sue Governor DeSantis.
Yep.
You got Ben Crump, the activist, the lawyer, who you always see every time one of our people get murdered. A big Crump. He's trying to come in saying he's going to sue DeSantis for doing this. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. Play that. This is Manny Diaz is speaking on the matter regarding DeSantis' decision. Now, remember, you got the left, you got the far left, and you got the right. DeSantis, he is a supporter of the right.
Yeah, the right.
Yeah, he's a supporter of the right. The left is like the liberals, and the right is the more structured and, quote-unquote stricter, going back to their quote-unquote Christian values, right? Which you know that's all garbage.
Right.
All right, two heads of one snake. All right, but I want you to play this clip with Manny Diaz. This is the curveball I was talking about right here. Watch this.
Manny Diaz is the Florida Education Commissioner. So, Manny, CNN says it is illegal to teach slavery in the state of Florida. Is that true?
Well, I'll tell you what, Jesse, I'm just glad that Don Lemon and the communists at CNN are teaching our students here in Florida. And we have a robust African-American history curriculum with over 5 courses in our state, and it is required teaching.
So why are they saying that this is racist to knock this thing down? Are they pointing to anything specific?
No, they're not. They're basically ignoring the fact that this has queer studies, that it has intersectionality, that it has CRT, that it talks about reparations one-sided without a counter argument. I mean, take down capitalism. That is not African-American history. And like you said,
So stop.
that.
So he's saying the last part of this curriculum, they're pushing a homosexual agenda, critical race theory, and reparations, which is they don't want that to be released. They're saying without an opposing argument. There's no opposing argument. Because we deserve it. Y'all, we're built. This land was built off of the backs of our forefathers.
Right.
But check this out. I'm telling you, this is what they're trying to do. Actually, give me Revelations 13. Get that ready for me. I believe it's verse 11. But they want to come with one angle. They're coming in the right with DeSantis saying, cancel the AP course of African American history, right? He knows black people are going to get upset. But he also knows what's contained in it. Homosexuality, the queerism, the CRT, critical race theory. So he's saying, we don't want to cancel it because of that. But no, they do want to cancel, like Officer Obadiah was bringing out. They do want to stop the education of our history. That is fact. We understand that. But secondly, our people are going to fight so hard for this thing, right? They're going to fight to the point, if it gets overturned, guess what? It's a win-win for our enemy.
Right.
You know why? Because within that curriculum, they are pushing a homosexual agenda.
Big time.
They're pushing critical race. They're pushing these things. So it's like, okay, so let's just ban it right now so they can't get their history. And then if they do vote for it and overturn it, okay, we just destroy them even worse. So you got to understand the type of enemy that we're dealing with. Don't think that DeSantis is a good guy or anything like that. No, they're all evil. But read that for me, Revelations 13. I believe it's 11.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Come on.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb.
Right, he had two horns like a lamb. This is going into the Democrats, the Republic. You got the left, you got the right. Okay, understand. They argue, they go back and forth at each other all the time in the media as if they are not a part of the same, under the same umbrella.
Right.
So that's what you're seeing right here. What you had, Officer Elijah?
I was just going to throw in there, like even in the Bible, God tells us to prepare a search of our forefathers, of our ancestors, so we can learn what they did. We can grow from it, and we can follow their examples. We know in Psalms 83, it told us that the enemy's goal was to make sure the name of Israel be no more remembered.
Right.
So we seeing that play right before our eyes. They're trying to stop us from learning who we are, because they know if we study history, we're going to expose who we are. And when we expose who we are, we're going to expose those people who are saying that they're us.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of stuff that's going to happen if we wake up to who we are. Like Cap said, it's a double side to the coin, because if we do find out, they're going to push that gay agenda. That gay agenda has been playing behind the scenes, using black people as their catalyst, their way to get in anyway. Because think about Black Lives Matter. They've been pushing the ageism. They've been they act
and
like
that ageism is what? The MAPS, the minor attracted persons.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they're pushing other agendas outside of black lives, because they ain't really saving black lives. They actually pushing their agenda while they up under the umbrella of black lives.
Exactly. Excellent point. Excellent point. And, like you mentioned, you got the left over there, which is getting all of the blacks hype and stuff like that. That's wrong. You can't take out African-American history. While they're like, okay, yeah, because they're the liberals, right? They say that everybody should be equal. You shouldn't gay bash. You shouldn't discriminate on anything. Give me the Isaiah 32. We always got to bring the scripture out. Isaiah 32 and 5. But at the end of the day, we understand, according to the scriptures, those liberals, don't be deceived, black people out there. Do not be deceived. The liberals are not for you. It's all a setup. It's all a setup, because there is no equality in the eyes of a white man.
Right.
Don't get that twisted for 1 second. It's always going to be him over you.
That's right.
Okay, read that for me.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 32 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
It says the vile person should no longer be called liberal, because now, like Officer Elijah said, you're going to shine the light on the devil on earth.
Right.
You're going to see them for who they are. They are the vile. They're not liberal. They're evil. Go ahead.
Nor the churl said to be bountiful.
Go ahead.
For the vile person shall speak villainy.
So the vile person shall speak villainy. If you're spiritual, you can see right through that thing right there. Is there more on that? What's the next clip y'all have for us? What y'all got next? Yeah, is gay the new black? Read that.
Queer theory is not black history.
Right, so this is the far right. This is DeSantis. This is why he's saying that he's banning the cut of the AP African-American course. All right, go back to it.
Governor DeSantis addresses Nixon AP African-American Studies course.
Read.
We want education, not indoctrination.
Right, so that's what they pushing. They said, you know what, we want to stop teaching black history, and we're going to say we don't want them to be indoctrinated to become homosexuals. So obviously they want our destruction both ways.
Right.
That's what you got to understand. We are in an uphill battle. The only way that we're going to sustain, give me that Isaiah 33. This is stability of our times. You know what I want. Give me that one right there. Give me that.
Yes, sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6.
Watch this, y'all.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
You see that thing? That's the only way we're going to be able to keep our sanity right there. Read that again for us, soldier.
And wisdom and knowledge
It
shall be
says
the
in wisdom and knowledge, the application of God's commandments. It says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability, read.
Of thy time.
Come on.
And strength of salvation.
And strength of our salvation, because go to Isaiah 1. Go to Isaiah 1, because at the end of the day, you have to understand their agenda. They want to see all of us in the midst of sin. That's what they want to see. They want to see all of our generation. They want to see all of our generation become homosexuals. Right. You understand? Read what you got.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant.
A very small remnant. Go ahead.
We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Right. We should have been as Sodom and Gomorrah. Meaning what? This is what's going to be up against us, brothers and sisters. If we don't hold ourselves diligently to the commandments of God, it's going to be very hard to receive that salvation. I'm sorry. Give me 2nd Ezra as well. 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 8, because we got it on both sides. They're trying to take our history away from us. They're trying to indoctrinate our children to become homosexuals.
You better read your
All right,
Bible.
read this.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 8.
Come on.
And one only path between them both.
Uh-huh.
Even between the fire and the water.
In between, I'm sorry, start at verse 7. Read that for me. I'm sorry, y'all.
Verse 7.
Go ahead.
The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
Right, a dangerous place to fall. America is that dangerous place.
Right.
You can do any and everything, and they're going to call it, they're going to justify that thing here in America.
Right.
All right, read on.
Like as if there were fire on the right hand.
Come on.
And on the left, a deep water.
Right, and on the left, the deep water, read.
And one only path between them both.
Right, that's the stability right there, which is the wisdom and the knowledge. That's what that is right there. Go ahead.
Even between the fire and the water.
Uh-huh.
So small that there could but one man go there at once.
Right, so we gotta keep ourselves diligent in our studies, brothers and sisters. You have some, officer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When you look, these nations, their agenda is to depopulate Israel, because you know how they think the same way they thought about in Egypt. Let us deal wisely with them. By us pushing these agendas, we can stop them. If they can stay not knowing who they are as a people, we still have control over them. If they can become homosexual, they will stop populated. We can have control over them. That, like you just said, that's them dealing wisely with the children of Israel. But we, in the other end, have to learn those agenda that they are doing. We have to keep pushing, go harder than we ever done before. That's why when brothers don't want to go and push this truth to the next level, you got to check your spirit, because we don't have time for that.
Right.
When you see these type of things, how Esau is finding ways to stop what's going on, and here you are, you want to continue in your sitting down and not want to do anything. Go ahead, Cap.
Yeah, man. Hey, let's go to, you have some, officer?
Yeah, I was finna just add to what both of y'all just said, like just to confirm what Cap said. Cap said whenever they holler about equality, they mean that they're going to be on top of you, because think about it. Their constitution was written, it said all men are created equal. Where was our people?
Right.
Slaves.
There you go.
So understand, that's their version of equality for you. So please believe what they're doing is an agenda to make sure you stay up under them.
Right.
They don't want you to wake up to who you are, because they know us being Israelites means we got power with God. To have power with God means when we're keeping God's commandments, God fights for us.
Right.
So if we don't know who we are, we ain't got to worry about asking God to fight for us.
And you know
so
that's
what their goal is, to keep you from waking up to who you are. Keep God's commandments.
Hey, you see how he did it? He don't point it to the camera. Y'all see, officer?
That's right.
Hey, all praise to the Most High, man. Hey, go to are you funding CRT, critical race theory? Pull that article up for us. Is this it? No. Y'all gotta stick with me, y'all. Give me, yeah, read that for me, please.
Florida Public University spent $15 million on taxpayer dollars on CRT. Diversity Initiatives report.
So y'all gotta understand what's being taught. You understand? You're paying for the indoctrination already.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying? They'll say stuff, oh, we don't want you to get this because we don't want you to be indoctrinated. But you're already paying for it. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So, they don't want black history taught in the schools. Why? Because it makes the little white children have a guilt complex. As well, you should have a guilt complex. You should. Why? Because you raped, robbed, murdered, displaced a whole nation of people. Okay?
Right.
That's what you've done. You've gotten rich off of the backs of us. So you should feel guilty for what you've done. But that's what they're pushing. And guess what? You're paying for it. That's what your tax dollars are paying for in these schools.
Damn.
All right, let's go to the mass shooting in Cali. Was it? I know two. I think it may have been the third one, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But let's go to that real quick. Read that.
Another mass shooting in California claims 7 lives. This is the state's second mass shooting in 3 days.
Okay, that's what it was. Second mass shooting in 3 days. That's what it was. All right, play that for us, please.
That's not
Initial
normal.
reports are that 7 people have been killed in the Half Moon Bay area in California. Half Moon Bay is just immediately south of the San Francisco Bay Area on the California coast. What we are learning tonight is that 4 people have been shot and killed at one site, and another 3 people were shot and killed at a second nearby site. The suspected shooter is reportedly in custody. He's being described as a 67-year-old Asian male. The 7 victims are being described tonight by a city council person from Half Moon Bay. They're being described as Chinese farm workers. But again, that is...
All right, so that's what you see there. So this is what the great melting pot. Give me that in Daniel, the 2nd chapter.
Bring it out.
All right, they're activating themselves, man. What you got? You got Moab over here. You got Ishmael over here. All of these different nations. All right. America is convinced, because they're very prideful, according to the scriptures, that they can make this work. God says otherwise. Daniel chapter 2. Give me verse 43.
The book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 43.
Go ahead.
And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men.
Right, they're going to mingle themselves with the seed of men, just like all of those refugees that came from Afghanistan not too long ago. All right, you have the sleeper cells. You have all of these other nations here right now, ready to activate at any time. Go ahead.
But they shall not cleave one to another.
But they shall not what?
Cleave one to another.
They shall not cleave one to another. So the shooter was an Asian farmer, all right, that killed 7 people. All right, the scripture said it ain't going to work, Esau, no matter how much you're trying to make it. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one, y'all. What y'all got? Read that.
More than 10 people were shot in the Los Angeles Park. A shooting in Monterey Park occurred near Los Angeles. 10 people were killed and 9 others were wounded. RMG News writes. At the time of the incident, the neighborhood was celebrating Chinese New Year. Police are searching for the gunman's assailant.
Right. Yes. So you had multiple shootings in California over the last few days. Evils is increasing. All right. We have to show you these things, brothers and sisters. And mind you, when it really hits, understand these are the things that's just going to be reported. There's going to be a lot of deaths that's not going to be reported, man. So we got to get our minds ready for that thing and make sure we are in these scriptures. This is the stability. When you better read your Bishop just went over this past Sabbath. We can't let fear overtake our decision making.
That's right.
We can't let because this is the evil. This is right in front of us right now. This is happening, and it's not going to stop. It's going to increase. So we got to make sure we stay in these scriptures. All right. Let's go to civil unrest and let's get to topic 2 before we close out today. All right. What we got for civil unrest? Follow me. Come on. Next. Next. Come on. Yeah. Read that for me, please.
Riots broke out overnight in downtown Atlanta, USA.
So we got riots taking place in Atlanta, Georgia. Go ahead.
Damn. An environmental activist and part non-binary personality who wounded a police officer was shot and killed in retaliation.
That's, bro, there's so many pronouns and non-binary. Does anybody know what that means?
No.
Huh? No gender?
The hell is this?
So what is this, Invisible Man?
Come on,
killing
now,
people?
dog.
What is this?
Confusion.
Confusion, bro.
Confusion.
Wow, so non-binary means you have no gender. Okay. All right, read the rest of that.
The man who was killed asked to use the pronoun they, them in reference to himself. Things are stable in the United States, waiting for non-binary personality lives matter.
Okay. Okay. All right, man. Oh, they were the ones who were wounded. Okay, my bad. I read that incorrectly. But go to the video, man. Go to the video. So we got these uprisings, just like it's prophesied of. And we got to show you right here on your place for End Times News. Brothers and sisters, I don't know if y'all paying attention, but guess what? We got to hold back content on this show.
Right.
Trust me, like there's so much content every week. We got to select it carefully. But just letting y'all know, what you're seeing on the show is only an inkling of what's actually going on in the earth.
Right.
So when we read these
right.
scriptures, brothers and sisters, Romans 13:11, man. Romans chapter 13, verse 11. We getting close, brothers and sisters. The prophecies are unfolding. And what we're going to get into next in topic 2, the wars and the rumors of wars, they keep increasing. Okay, read what you got for me. Romans 13:11. Read that real fast.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Come on.
And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Come on.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Right, our salvation is very, very, very near, brothers and sisters. So, let's not take it lightly. Let's go to topic 2. Actually, no. Run through those real quick because there's multiple. I think it's like 4 or 5 of these uprisings. So we got to show the people that. All right, go to the next one, please. Keep going. Let's go to the next one, please.
This is not normal,
All right.
so don't desensitize.
Do me a favor, IT. Stop the video that you were playing before, right? Go to the next one. Read that.
Protests in the Peruvian capital turned into violent clashes with the police and the entry of the military.
So this is Peruvian capital. All right, go ahead.
At first, the protesters asked for the resignation of the current government, but later they began to smash neighborhoods. Fights with the police began. Fires broke out here and there in Lima. The historic center of the city was severely damaged.
Right, so this is taking place in Peru. You had one in Atlanta, Georgia, this is America. Now you have one in Peru. All right, go play the clip, play the video on this. I know we bring this out, but we got to bring it out again. 2nd Ezra 15:16, man. Read the script. 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. We have to bring out the scripture so you can see it. It's happening. It's not like it's going to happen. No, it's happening right now.
That's right.
All right, read that.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 16.
Come on.
For there shall be sedition among men.
Read.
And invading one another.
And doing what?
Invading one another.
Read.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
They're fighting hand-to-hand combat against the police. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Let's go, IT. Let's go. Read that.
Mass protests in France. 400,000 people went on strike in Paris against pension reform. Demonstrators are taking place across the country.
All right, let's go to the next one. I don't want the video on this one. Go to the next one. I think there's one more, right? Is that it? Okay, let's go to topic 2. Topic 2. We got about 15 minutes. About 15 minutes, y'all. Read that.
Germany declares war.
Germany has declared war on Russia. So, hey, the plot thickens, man. The plot thickens. All right, now not only do we have these evils increasing, now we got Germany getting into the mix, helping out Ukraine. Play that video. You have some, officer, before we jump into it?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, play the video, please. Excuse me.
We are fighting a war against Russia and not against each other.
All right. Normally the reader reads the captions, but Germany's at war with Russia.
Lord have
All
mercy.
right, what y'all got on that, man? What y'all got about that thing right there?
Hey, every week we bring in the scriptures tell us. Christ said that we should watch and pray. As you see it in the scriptures, Christ said it's going to be war, and rumors of war.
Let's read that. Let's read that real quick.
Oh, praise! Bring it out.
Go to Matthew 24. Read that. 24 and 6. Read that for us.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
Don't be troubled, all right? All pray. That class was right on time, man, because it's heating up and it's only going to escalate. It's not going to decline. It's only going to escalate over time, just like a pregnant woman. Okay, the contractions don't ease up. They only intensify. Okay, so there's going to be wars and rumors of war. But Christ said out of his own mouth, he said what?
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
Right, see that ye be not troubled. Read on.
For all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet.
The end is not yet. We're approaching the end, but the end is not yet. We understand further there's a few more things, and there's particular wars that need to pop off. Okay? Do me a favor. Let's go to the next article. Read that for me, please.
Russian TV warns new big war coming after Putin ultimatum.
Right, Putin's ultimatum. He's saying there's going to be big things popping. Well, that's T.I., right? That's T.I. Yeah, okay.
Sir.
Yeah. All right, read that. Okay, read that.
Margarita Simonian, a Russian state TV host and editor-in-chief of the state-sponsored RT, has said that big war is set to commence by the end of winter, following ultimatums made by Russian President Vladimir Putin. In a clip that has gone viral on Twitter, since being posted on Sunday, Simonian suggested that the conflict between Russia, the West, and Ukraine may escalate if Putin's demands are not met. She highlighted the peace talk demands that Putin announced in December last year and argued that neither side appears willing to back down, which will result in a greater conflict.
Right. So Putin's saying it's going to be on and popping. World War III is on the brink. And just to tie it in for those at home, those who are new, give me that 2 Ezra 15. We touched it last week, but just to specify just a little bit more, give me verse 38. Give me verse 38 because it mentioned the West. All right, we just want to line these things up for those who are viewing and those who are learning out there. Read that.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 38.
Watch this.
And then shall there come great storms from the south.
Right, this is war. Just like this is just like Putin is warning of. He's saying there's going to be a big war coming. All right, that's what those storms are going into. Go ahead.
And from the north.
And from the north. This is Europe. The south is the Arabic nations. Go ahead.
And another part from the west.
From the what?
From the west.
From the west. Just like they alluded to, the west is what? The Western world is the United States of America. Go ahead.
And strong winds shall arise from the east, and shall open it. And the cloud which he raised up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear toward the east.
Right, stirred to cause fear. That's the ICBM, the Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. All right, so that's what Christ is talking about. When you hear about this, because Christ understood that in these last days, these nations would have nuclear capabilities, right? All right, so he's saying, like, when you hear about this thing right here, don't let it trouble you. This has to take place. Has to take place, brothers and sisters. All right, let's go to the next one, y'all. Let's go to the next one. What you got?
Putin ally warns new anti-American military alliance may emerge. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev warned of a new anti-American military coalition amid growing tensions over the Ukraine war.
All right, so he's warning, he's saying an anti-American military, okay? That's like we read Habakkuk 2. All right, these nations are getting sick of America. They're coming together. All right, read a little bit more of this article, please.
The United States and Russia have long viewed each other as adversaries on the global stage.
Come on.
However,
and that's going back to what? The Cold War when
Right.
they used to be the Soviets, the USSR. So it goes back a long time, after World War II. Okay, go back.
However, Russian President Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine last February saw the two countries grow even further apart as the U.S. backed Kyiv, providing the Eastern European nation humanitarian and military aid, resulting in fierce condemnation from the Kremlin. Even Medvedev, a Putin ally who was once seen as more even-tempered in dealings with the West, has now taken on stronger anti-West rhetoric amid the conflict.
And we know, according to prophecy, this is only going to grow. This is only going to grow. The allies with Russia, this is only going to grow. The nations are going to grow in their anger against America. Yes, officer?
Yes, sir. What you see, like Officer Elijah was saying and you were saying, Cap, everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. When you look at Germany, who step up and wanted to support Ukraine, that's exactly what God's want. These angels are activating. As we doing our job, they start activating, hey, you, join in. You, join in. And before you know it, we'll be at war. I mean, they will be at war. We'll be watching. Because
Right.
our job is just getting ourselves right. As you're hearing these prophecies coming in, it's your job to get in the scriptures. Let me get a precept real quick. Give me Romans chapter. It is high time.
Ooh. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Bring that thing out.
Yeah, you know it's hot.
No.
Hey, bring that thing out. Go ahead, officer. Go ahead.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
That's all right.
What's going? Break your scripture down,
Hey,
officer.
Oh, praise. Hey,
all
listen. Hey, Israel needs to hear things twice sometimes.
Okay, all praise. All praise.
So it's good. It's
Better
good.
say it.
So what I wanted to expound on that is on the real note. We have to take this thing serious. As you can see, these rumors of war taking place. It is time that we really take things serious and take it to the next level. Hey, maybe it's gonna be World War III. I might start tomorrow. Who knows? So let's get in the scripture. Let's get our life together, and so we can bring the kingdom.
Hey, real quick. As you see these nations getting more bolder, right? Pride of the West. Let's play this clip, man. Now, don't get it twisted. We know, according to Scripture, that this is the mightiest nation, the most wealthiest nation, the most equipped when it comes to military might. We understand that thing. But because of all of their possession and all of their riches, that will also be their demise. Play this clip, Pride of the West.
You want to talk about why the Western societies will not fall?
Stop.
I'll give you a couple
You see
examples.
that? You see, they say within their hearts that they will never fall.
You're going to learn today.
All right? Play the clip, though. Y'all know where we're going, Obadiah. But play that clip.
The F-15, the F-16, the F-22, the F-35, M1 Abrams tank, the Blue Water Navy, the KC-135, the KC-10, the ICBM structure.
You're saying all the
and
money we spend on defense.
And the global positioning system. You want to come for us, you more than welcome to. The United States dollar is backed by the military, and as much as you guys want to sit there and complain, I'll say this right now. There's one country on this planet that has stealth capability. There's one country on this planet that I think has functioning ICBMs. I don't think Russia has a single functioning ICBM, and there is one country on this planet that actually has a functioning blue water navy. There's only there's only a few countries on this planet that have air refueling capability, and the only reason why they have them is because we sold it to them. If you guys want to come for us, you can. The United States could take on every country in the entire world militarily at the same time, would be fine. Now, if you want to say cyber terrorism or there's a moral decay from the inside, cool, make that argument. The United States is not going to fall, not in our lifetime, not in the next 20 lifetimes. You want to talk?
That's some pride right there.
That's the pride right there. Hey, give me that. Obadiah 1 and 3, man.
Hey, they said the same thing about the Titanic.
Damn.
Facts.
Hey, you ain't lying about that. Hey, read that.
The book of Obadiah, verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
He's calling out all of the nations on earth.
Right.
He said, y'all can all fight against us, and we're going to take down every. That's what he just said.
Yep.
That's what he just said. Read that again.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Go ahead.
Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart.
That says in his heart. Go ahead.
Who shall bring me down to the ground?
To the point where they challenge. They bring on the challenge. They challenging the whole world to come against them. Go ahead.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
There it is, man. If you ain't in this truth, something wrong with you by now, bro.
Right.
Obviously, this is the true gospel on the earth today.
Right.
Obviously, man. Read on.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, going into the space station. Go ahead.
Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
God said it doesn't matter if you have all those satellites. It don't matter about your military might, your wealth. God says there is a God.
That's right.
And that's what it is. They have a God complex. Bishop brought that thing out a while ago. Speaking of it, you'll love that song too. But the white man has a God complex. That's why he would make those statements and challenge every nation on the face of the earth, because he does not think that he has to answer to anybody. But there is a God, and he's the God of Israel. All praise to the Most High.
Sound like the pharaohs.
Yeah,
Pharaoh
exactly.
Doing the same thing. That's
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dang, we got about 5 minutes. Let's do this. You had something? Is somebody want to bring something out on that?
I was just going to add to Cap what you're saying. When you think about it, when America's standing the way they standing and Russia being at odds with America, Russia. Think about the mindset of the Putin. I know I messed up his name, but he's in the mindset that he can't back down because he done already put his foot down saying that this is what they're going to do. And he knows America is a habitual, like Cal said earlier, a habitual line stepper. Every time they agreed to something, America broke it. They broke every agreement just like they did with the Indians. So Putin knows that if he don't stand on his ground, stand on what he believe in and stand for his country, America going to basically take them over and make them a mockery. Mm-hmm. So he has to stand strong on what he believes in. So the war is going to happen just off of their pride alone.
No, you ain't lying. You are not lying. That's an excellent point. Hey, let's do this. Okay, article man, follow what I'm saying. We're going to go to Aretha Franklin canceled. You know, I kind of wanted to touch this thing today. So, hey, family, hey, tune in tomorrow, man. We're going to hold it down, Lord willing. Life lasts for Bishop. Y'all what's up? So tune in. Hey, I ain't going to lie, IT, that's probably one of the worst claps I've ever heard. So I'm going to hit you with this one right here.
There you go.
Oh, praise. I'm going to hit you with that one right there. Right? All right, thank you for participating. And, yeah, Lord's will, we'll get to the rest. We got a lot more that we want to bring out, but Lord's will, we'll bring it out tomorrow. But I want to touch about this. Aretha Franklin, bro, you know, she passed on, but she had a particular song, Natural Woman.
Right.
Which is she's talking about a man.
Right.
She says the man makes her feel like a natural woman, right? That sounds fine to me.
That's right.
That sounds good to me. I wish a lot of our sisters would have a natural woman type pleasant spirit on them.
Right. That's right.
But wrong. We got Esau and their foolishness and the left, the liberals, and they want to make everybody gay agenda. They got something wrong with this song. Pull up that article.
Wrong with you?
Pull up that article. Read that.
No, trans activists aren't trying to cancel Aretha Franklin's Natural Woman for being offensive.
Let's see what they're talking about.
Despite what some part of the mainstream media has reported, no one is trying to remove Aretha Franklin's iconic Natural Woman from streaming services. And no, it's not offensive to the trans community.
Read.
On Friday, January 20, Parody Twitter account Trans Mindful, which was set up just this month, posted a thread stating that Franklin's song perpetuates multiple harmful anti-trans stereotypes.
What the hell is this?
The post had picked up barely more than 200 likes, but was reported as fact by some media outlets, causing headlines to crop up in international news.
Go ahead.
The original tweet stated, "There is no such thing as a natural woman."
Remember, hey, IT, try to find what we went over last week about that statue. The woman.
Ain't no way.
Pull that thing up. Yes. I don't care what that article says. They are trying to push that stuff.
Right, of course.
They are trying to push that stuff because their definition of a woman is not the same definition that it used to be. They changed the definition of that.
Right.
Now, IT, I know that's going to be hard to find, right? Y'all found? Wow.
Good
IT,
job.
let me see what y'all got. Pull it up. Wow. Hey, shout out to IT, bro.
That's right.
Hey.
You know that's right.
Because, hey, okay, I'm not clapping for that image. I'm clapping for IT. Because that image, blow it up so that people can see. All right. That is, I don't know what it is because it has breast and
genital.
Yes, and male genitalia. Now scroll down to the caption. This is the agenda they're trying to push. Read that.
A woman of our time.
You see that? A woman of their time. You know, that's what they're trying to push.
Right.
Hey, what you got?
You better shut your white mouth.
You know something that I noticed that they doing that have meaning behind it. When they say they don't like to be known as, they have a different name. They want to be called they or them.
Yeah.
Think about how Christ was talking to that guy that had the legion. He says,
we are many.
We are many.
Uh-huh.
You know, with those that have the homo spirit, they do have many different spirits. You know, so they say, hey, that makes sense. That makes sense.
You all right. Officer Obadiah, you all right. I see what you're trying to do is try to sneak that cold precept at the end like that. I like that.
Right.
That's all right. Hey, all praise to the Most High. It's been another episode of Writings on the Wall radio show, giving all praise to the Most High in Christ. So before we head out, we got to do what we always do. Hey, go ahead and cast in your vote for your favorite panelists. Today we had Officer Elijah.
Shalom, Israel. Officer Elijah.
and Officer Obadiah.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Messiah Christ bless. Great show, great show.
All praise to that was dry, but all praise, that was good precept at the end.
Yes, sir.
All praise to the Most High. So, hey, go ahead and cash in your votes.
And you know
and
that's
tune in tomorrow night, same time. And we're going to get it in tomorrow as well, Lord willing, like flash.
That's right.
All right, how we doing, IT? What's the time? 30 seconds. Is it going to be Officer Obadiah, tribe of Levi, or Officer Elijah from the mighty tribe of Judah?
That's right.
Kevin, tribe of
Hey, I got to bring it out. Truth is the truth. 20? Okay, 20. All right. And make sure y'all tune in to FCN with Captain Zakar, Captain Severus coming on next. Oh, you stole. Hey, I thought Officer Elijah's going to win. You stole it at the Hey, that was all praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. So, to my right,
Officer Obadiah.
Shalom, Israel. Officer Elijah.
Hey, this is Israel United in Christ, and this is the Writings on the Wall radio show. Lord's will we be back with another show. And with that, we say, shalom.